Okay, so what really happens when we close our eyes at night? I mean, our minds just create these entire worlds, right? Filled with the strangest people and things that just could not happen in real life. It's something we all experience, but it's also one of our biggest mysteries. So, what if all that stuff, what if our dreams weren't just random brain static, but something more?
Yeah, what if some of those dreams aren't just, the echoes of our day? The source we're digging into today puts forward this really fascinating idea that some of our dreams are actually important messages. So let's dive in and explore this spiritual take on what our dreams might be trying to tell us.
All right, so to understand the message, our source says we first need to understand the messenger, and that's our own consciousness. It basically breaks it down for us, suggesting that when we're asleep, our awareness actually travels through four really distinct stages.
Okay, let's walk through these stages together. So first, you've got stage 1, just simple, deep sleep. You're completely unaware. Then you move into stage 2, where you start dreaming, but it's like watching a movie where you don't even realize you're in the audience. You're just seeing images. Now, stage 3 is where it gets interesting. It's a huge leap. Suddenly, you're aware that you are thinking, even while you're asleep. And then finally, you hit stage 4. This is described as the state of pure full consciousness inside your sleep, where you can just observe your thoughts without any fear, without any judgment. Pretty wild, right?
So with that framework in mind, the source kind of shifts our focus. We're not just looking at how we dream anymore, but what we're dreaming about. It really asks us to think about the content of those dreams. Is it all just mental static, or could some of it be a clear signal?
And this is really the core idea from the source we're looking at. It says, and I quote, "Sometimes what we see in our dreams are not our illusions, thoughts, fear, and anxiety, but are the alert or alarms from God." So this perspective is all about seeing certain dreams as a kind of divine guidance, especially when we're struggling and really looking for answers. You can really see the distinction here. On one side, you have what the source calls psychological noise. All our daily fears, our worries, the stuff our subconscious is just chewing on, playing out on a loop. But then, on the other side, you've got these divine signals. And these are presented as something totally different. Purposeful alerts, alarms, messages that are really designed to get our attention.
So let's get right to the definition. What exactly is a divine signal? Well, according to this source, it's not just any old dream. Nope, it's a very specific message, one that's intentionally sent from a supreme power to give you guidance or a warning, usually right when you need it the most.
Okay, so if these messages actually exist, how in the world do you decode them, right? How do you figure out what they're trying to tell you? Well, the source offers a key to interpretation that's actually surprisingly simple.
And it's a really direct system. Think of it like this. A bad dream? That's an alarm bell. It's a sign telling you, hey, maybe step back and reevaluate the choices you're making. But a good dream? That's your confirmation. It's like a cosmic thumbs up, telling you to stay the course, you're on the right track. It really frames our dreams as this kind of spiritual feedback loop.
But here's the big question, right? How can you tell the difference between a divine signal and just regular psychological noise? Well, according to the source, the single most important clue is incredibly, almost ridiculously simple. It all comes down to what you remember. And here's the logic behind that, which is really interesting. The source basically says, think about it. Most of our true dreams, the ones that happen when we're totally unaware, we forget them. They just vanish the second we wake up. So the argument goes, if you remember a dream, vividly remember it after you wake up, well, then it's not being presented as a dream at all. It's a message, a signal, packaged and sent directly to you from a supreme power.
So this whole framework really leaves us with a fascinating idea to chew on, doesn't it? It completely reframes the act of remembering a dream. It's not just some random quirk of your memory anymore. It's a significant event. A dream that you remember vividly isn't just a fleeting thought. It's a signal intended specifically for you. So the next time a dream stays with you, long after you've had your morning coffee, it might be worth asking yourself, what's the message I'm supposed to find in this?